Hi everyone, my name's Rachel and I'm 34 years old, and on April 2nd, 2014 I was diagnosed with uterine cancer, and what a shock that was. My occupation is a hair stylist, and I was working at the salon that I work in. I've been working there for about 15 years. I was there on this day when I got the call, and my doctor was headed out of town for vacation, and he really wanted to tell me what was going on with my body. I just went in for a regular pap smear, which I've had irregular menstrual cycles since I've started menstruating. And so he was a new doctor. It was the first time I've ever seen him, and I told him about my past history, and so he gave me the options to do a few testing. And so he did blood work, we did an ultrasound, and he did the regular pap smear, and he also did a uterine sample. And he said at the age of 35, that's when they usually do a uterine sample, just to detect that. And because of my history in the past, he decided, and I'm 34, he decided to do it at my appointment, and that's where he found my cancer. I thought it would be a good idea to document my story, and not only for me, but for my husband and my kids and my family, in case this turns into something more than we all think. So the day of April 2nd, I got the call. I was at work, and the doctor was insistent on seeing me because he was going out of town. And so I called my husband. I said, the doctor wants to see me. Can you meet me down there? Our appointment's at 5 o'clock. And my husband said no at first, but then he said, okay, I'm coming. So I told him I wanted him to be there, of course. So of course he changed his mind because he's a good man. And he met me down there, and as we were sitting in the room, he took a while to come into the room. We were sitting in there for about 20 minutes before he came in. And he sat down and just said, so you probably want to know why you're here? And we said, yeah. And he said, well, I found something with the biopsy I took from your uterus, and it turns out that we found cancer in there. And I heard the word cancer, and I froze. I was in shock. It felt like a dream, and I think my husband was in that same frame of mind as I was. You know, when you hear something and then you can't really comprehend it, and you can see the person talking but you can't hear him. That's kind of how it felt in there. I heard him say cancer, and I heard him say chemo, and then I heard him say radiation, and then I heard him say how long I had to live. And at that moment, I broke down and I cried. And my husband wrapped his arm around me, and he just said, I wanted you to know before I headed out of town what was going on with you, so we could get this taken care of. And I looked at him and I just said, thank you. I know this sounds really funny, but I said, thank you. I've gone to several doctors over the past 14 years, and they've all just kind of brushed me under the rug with my issues and put me on birth control just to regulate my periods. And I knew something was always kind of wrong with me because I've been infertile. I haven't been able to have children of my own. And I wanted to know what was wrong with me for all these years. And so I looked at him and I just said, thank you so much for doing these testings. I know it's weird to say thank you for diagnosing me with cancer, but I was relieved that I'm finally getting the answers I have always wanted. I've always wondered why I couldn't get pregnant, and hopefully through this journey I can find out more about my infertility, as well as fix and cure, not cure, but I don't, get rid of the cancer, I guess, or anyway, my hopes are high, and I have I have a good family, I have a good husband, I have 2 great children that I'm really going to fight through to stay here for them. So I thought I would just document my journey for them, and so I can come on here and tell how I feel, and whoever else wants to follow my journey, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to be opening my own YouTube channel, and I will post videos as I know more with my cancer. But I will get through this, and I have faith, I have a good family, and I have friends who can help me get through this. So I'm grateful for that. So I will keep you posted with my next video. I have an appointment set up with an oncologist in a couple weeks, so I'm looking forward to that, to get more answers about my diagnosis, and hopefully we'll just go from there and keep my head held high, and it'll be good. I have faith. So see ya in my next video. Bye.